what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break down a little bit of this Hawaii offense against Rice, this run and shoot play right here. That is fantastic. This is the go route play. So if you want to watch this, again, I'll have this up on YouTube. I'll have it on my website. But right here, this is the run and shoot play called Go. And I don't know if that's actually what they call it, but if you're a run and shoot coach, if you're running the run and shoot system, this is the Go route, passing route. All right, scheme, I guess you could call it. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, this is the Go route. So what it is it's a trips route. So you have to have trips to one side of the field, usually the wide side of the field, so you have enough room to run it and really stretch the defense out. The basics of the route is this. Your widest receiver is going to run off their outside defender, no matter what that defender is in. And in the run and shoot offense, it is a sight adjust passing game. That means that both the quarterback and the receivers are going to adjust and be on the same page without communicating in the middle to each other in the middle of their route where they're going. And they do this based on reading the defensive reaction. Now you might say, all right, well, the basic of it is this. If they're in cover 2, they're going to do one thing. If they're in cover 3, they're going to do another. If they're in man, they're going to do another. That might be tough to teach a high school quarterback to read cover 2, cover 3, cover 1. Maybe you've got the time and the talent of a quarterback to do that. But to also teach the receivers all that, again, probably not going to happen. Instead, you need to just teach your receivers and quarterbacks to look for certain keys, like single high safety or 2 high safeties. And then to also understand off of that, when are they running 2 with a man-to-man underneath or cover 2 with a zone underneath. The big difference is between man underneath and zone underneath. Single high free safety and man across the board, as in man free, or single high free safety and zone coverage across the board. So if they can identify when they're in zone single high, zone 2 high versus man coverage, then they'll be good. And that's done. That's very doable. You can teach these guys to understand when their defenders in man coverage. The air raid system does it. In the mesh route, they have to identify, are they in man and following me? I just look across the field and see if the other guy's following the other guy. There are also other cues you can get to see man coverage, or if they're bringing a blitz. If there's no high safety, you know they're in man coverage, and they're bringing a blitz somewhere. If they're lined up tight to you like this, it's probably man coverage, especially with these inside guys. If their eyes are on you, if they're shaded to the inside of you, again, all keys for man coverage, and that's what they're giving them right here. So early on in this play right here, the safety runs downhill to cover the number 3 receiver. So he is in man coverage. And why you would do this in this game is a little perplexing to me, because Hawaii has answers in the run and shoot to all this stuff. Okay, so coming up and pressing this guy on the line is just not a smart thing to do. They're going to pick you. Anyway, I guess it's because I love the run and shoot and I know how easy it is when teams decide to play man coverage against you. That's what you really want. You want a team to try and do that stuff with you, because it's going to be caught for a nice big gain. So as is what exactly happens here. So these two guys in the go route package, the inside slot receiver has an out route or a shoot route. He's going to take a jab step up. He's going to break under or behind the outside slot receiver right there. See if he breaks right off his hip there. And if he does a nice clean break, because they're close to each other, you're going to get some contact right there. They're just running their route. This is not a pick play, defensive coordinators. They are just running their route. If they happen to run routes that cross close to each other, tough beans. That's just what it is being a defender. You got to find a way to get through that mess. You can't say, oh, he picked me. All right, I don't believe in intentionally picking a player where you put your hands up and throw that kind of screen. However, you do need to run your route, and if a defender is in your way, you do need to make contact and that's his responsibility that he got picked in a sense. So the reason the outside slot receiver is running a slant right here is because they're in man. If they were in single high safety, he would be running a seam right up the hash and widening to stretch that safety. If they had two high safeties, then again he would run up the hash and run a post down the inside of the field between those two safeties. Because they're in man, he's going to run a tight slant route with the intention of hopefully drawing some contact on the inside slot receiver's man, and that will free him up, which it did exactly right there. Boom, catch. The quarterback's job, okay, he is looking to see, he is throwing, if for any reason this out route is open, he's throwing it now. All right, that's one of your best athletes you're getting the ball to right there. So really, if this guy does anything except, if this guy steps back at all, all right, which he kind of does there, he kind of a couple inches back a little bit, you throw the ball. Okay, he's wide open, he got picked. All right. The only time he would not throw this is, let's say we had this guy lined up real tight here, okay, and they maybe bracketed it, would be a little bit more of a difficult situation to throw it. That's really the only way you can defend this play. If you're playing man coverage, is to bring them both up and switch. So whoever breaks in, the inside guy takes, and whoever breaks out, the outside guy takes. That's pretty advanced defensive technique there, but if you coach it up and you can do that, if that's the case, then your offensive solution to that, and you rep it in practice, is double moves. All you got to do is he breaks out and up, and on the slant route, he slants in and up, and they're hosed. Defenders are hosed. It's a touchdown. So you just got to teach one little adjustment to that one right there, and you're golden. All right. So can these guys get on the same page? Can you do it in high school? Of course you can. You absolutely can. Just run one run and shoot route play, and this is the one I would run. Okay, it attacks two high safeties really well. Okay. It has great adjustments for man, and the ball can come out real quick. I even had my quarterback, when we ran it, just do a slight roll towards the players so that he's got some momentum going, and I called it a quick sprint. All right, because it's like 1, 2, 3, and that ball should be out to the number 3 receiver right there if he's open. If you got to go longer than that, 1, 2, 3, if you've got to throw deeper inside, then you can go 4-5 throw to your number 2 option. If he's sitting in a cover 2 right here, again, same read. We're looking to either get it out real quick here, or as soon as our guy clears the corner right here, he can settle up in this window right here. You can just throw it to him in the window right here. And again, with a little bit of movement by the quarterback over there, should be no problem to get him there. On the bottom, again, real important clear out route. You want to make sure you're occupying the deep side of the field here, especially if there's a safety on your side. Make sure he cannot come over and interrupt this play here. So this is the go route. I'm super pumped because I'm going to come out with this with the run and shoot DNA, University of Hawaii, and just cover these run and shoot routes in a lot more detail and come up with some rules and examples. I've got all this stuff clipped up here in specific plays. So anyway, coaches, I'm pretty pumped about that.